Hello dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Bujruk. I will discuss partnership accounts. Go to study note number 6, partnership accounts. I will be discussing amalgamation of partnership firms. Partnership firm is formed with two or more persons, but it can also be formed in any of the following ways. When two or more sole proprietor firms forms as new partnership firm, when one existing partnership firm absorbs a sole proprietorship, or when one existing partnership firm absorbs another partnership firm, when two or more partnership firms form new partnership firm. So these are four situations where the partnership firm gets formed. This is known as amalgamation of firms. Amalgamation is done to avoid competition among them and to maximize the profit of the firms. Now we'll see first situation when two or more sole proprietor forms a new partnership firm. That means sole proprietors dissolve their business and they come together and form a new partnership firm. When two or more sole proprietorship businesses amalgamate to form a new partnership firm, then the existing set of books will be closed of the sole proprietors and new set of books of accounts are to be opened for the new partnership firm. All assets, liabilities and transactions of the partnership are to be recorded in the set of new books. Steps to be taken for existing books. Prepare balance sheet of the business on the date of dissolution for both the sole proprietorship firms. Open a realization account and transfer all assets and liabilities except cash in hand and cash at bank at their book values. However, cash in hand and cash at bank are transferred to realization account only when they are taken over by the new firm. So in case of both the sole proprietorship firms, open realization account, transfer all assets and liabilities to realization account at their book value, that is balance sheet value. Cash and bank account is to be opened, transfer cash and bank balance to cash and bank account as two balance brought down, but if cash and bank balance is also taken over, then transfer that balance also to realization account. All undistributed reserves or profits or losses appearing in the balance sheet are to be transferred to partners' capital accounts. So reserves and surplus, undistributed profit, if it is there in the balance sheet, it is to be transferred to capital account. Calculate purchase consideration on the basis of terms and conditions agreed upon by parties. Generally, purchase consideration is calculated on the basis of agreed value of assets and liabilities taken over by new firm. Purchase consideration is calculated as under agreed values of assets taken over less agreed values of liabilities assumed is equal to purchase consideration. Purchase consideration is nothing but purchase price paid by purchasing company to the vendor company. So this is calculated as agreed value of assets taken over minus agreed values of liabilities assumed. Credit realization account by the amount of purchase consideration. Purchase consideration due is to be credited to realization account. If there are any unrecorded assets or liabilities, they are to be recorded. The profit or loss on realization, that is balancing figure of realization account, is to be transferred to capital account of proprietor. Ensure that all account of the sole proprietor's business are closed. So these steps are to be followed for closing the existing books of sole proprietor. Accounting entries in the books of amalgamating sole proprietors. For transferring sundry assets to realization account debit to sundry assets, assets transferred to realization account at their book values, that is balance sheet values, except cash and bank if not taken over by new firm. For transferring sundry liabilities to realization account, liabilities account debit to realization account, liabilities transferred to realization account at their book value, that is balance sheet values. For amount of purchase consideration, new firm account debit to realization, purchase consideration due from new firm. For assets taken over by proprietor, if proprietor has taken over any asset, then that proprietor's capital account debit to realization account, asset taken over by proprietor. For realization of asset not taken over by new firm, if asset is neither taken over by proprietor nor it is taken over by new firm, then it is to be sold, and the entry for the same is bank account debit to realization account, realization of asset not taken over by new firm. For realization of for recording unrecorded assets, if there are any assets which are not recorded in the books, asset account debit to capital account of proprietor, unrecorded assets are recorded. For realization of unrecorded assets, bank to asset, that is realization of unrecorded assets. If unrecorded assets are taken over by new firm, it is also transferred to realization account along with other assets. For payment of liabilities not taken over, if any of the liability is not taken over by proprietor nor by the new firm, then it is to be paid off and entry is realization to bank. Payment of liabilities not taken over by new firm. For recording unrecorded liabilities, capital account debit, that is proprietor's capital account debit to liabilities being unrecorded liabilities recorded. For payment of unrecorded liabilities, liabilities account debit to bank, payment of unrecorded liabilities. If unrecorded liabilities are taken over by the new firm, it is also transferred to realization account along with other liabilities. For liabilities taken over by proprietor, realization account debit to capital being liabilities assumed by proprietor. For realization expenses, realization to bank, realization expenses paid. Profit on realization, realization account debit to capital account. Profit on realization transferred to capital account. For loss on realization, capital account debit to realization account. Loss on realization transferred to capital accounts. For accumulated profits or reserves, reserves account debit, profit and loss account debit to capital account. Undrawn profits transferred to capital account. For accumulated losses, exactly reverse entry, capital account debit to profit and loss account if any. Accumulated profits transferred to capital account. For settlement of purchase consideration by new firm, when purchase consideration due entry to be passed, that time the entry is new firm to realization. Now settlement of purchase consideration entry is capital in new firm account debit to new firm. So new firm account will get closed. Settlement of purchase consideration. For final adjustment, capital of proprietor's account debit to capital in new firm to bank account if any. Now capital in new firm account gets closed. Final adjustment to close the books of accounts. Accounting entries in the books of new firm. The new firm records all the assets and liabilities at the values it has decided to take over. If the purchase consideration payable is more than the net assets, that is assets minus liabilities acquired, it represents goodwill. Conversely, if purchase consideration payable is less than net assets acquired, it represents capital reserve. If purchase consideration payable is more than net assets taken over, then the difference represents goodwill. If purchase consideration payable is less than net assets taken over, then the difference represents capital reserve. Goodwill has debit balance, capital reserve has credit balance. If the net acquired asset is equal to purchase consideration, assets account debit, acquired value, to liabilities assumed value, to partners capital account purchase consideration. If net acquired assets is more than purchase consideration, that is purchase consideration is less, then the difference is known as capital reserve. Assets account debit acquired values, to liabilities account assumed value, to partners capital account purchase consideration, to capital reserve account purchase consideration minus net assets taken over. If the net assets acquired is less than the amount of purchase consideration, it represents goodwill. Entry for the same is assets account debit acquired values, goodwill account debit purchase consideration minus net assets taken over, to liabilities account assumed value, to partners capital account purchase consideration. Now we'll see illustration 39. A and B carry on independent business and their position as on 31st March 13 are reflected in balance sheet given below. These are the balance sheet of two proprietorship firms A and B. Sundry creditors for purchases, sundry creditors for expenses, bills payable and capital account. These are the liabilities. Assets, stock in trade, sundry debtors, cash at bank, cash in hand, furniture fixtures and investments. Both of them want to form partnership firm from 1st April 13 in the style of AB and Company on the following terms. The capital of the partnership firm would be rupees 3 lakhs and to be contributed by them in the ratio of 2:1. So if you find out, if you distribute 3 lakh in the ratio 2:1, then you will get 2 lakhs and 1 lakhs. So capital of firm A would be 2 lakhs and capital of firm B would be 1 lakh. The assets of the individual businesses would be evaluated by C, at which values the firm will take them over and the values would be adjusted against the contribution due by A and B. C gave his valuation report as follows. C is the valuer who valued the assets and liabilities of both the firms A and B. He valued the assets as follows. Assets of A, stock in trade to be written down by 15% and a portion of sundry debtors amounting to rupees 9,000 estimated unrealizable. So deduct 15% from stock in trade and 9,000 from debtors. Furniture and fixtures would be valued at 2,000. Investments to be taken at market value 1,000. These are the valuations given by valuer C. Assets of B, stock to be written up by 10%, written up by 10%, increase the value of stock by 10%, and sundry debtors to be admitted at 85% of their value. So valuation of debtors is 85% of book value. Rest of the assets to be assumed at book values. The firm is not to consider any creditors other than dues on account of purchases made. So this is about assets and about liabilities. The new partnership firm is not to consider any creditors other than dues on account of purchases made. We'll go back to balance sheet and see. Creditors for purchases will be assumed by partnership firm, but they will not assume creditors for expenses. Bills payable, of course, is related to purchases. So they will be assuming only sundry creditors for purchases and bills payable. You are required to pass necessary journal entries in the books of A and B. Also prepare opening balance sheet of firm as on 1/4/30. So here we'll assume that cash and bank balance is also taken over by the new firm. First you are supposed to find out purchase consideration, which is nothing but assets taken over minus liability taken over at agreed values. Calculation of purchase consideration. A and B, furniture 2,000 1776, investment 1,000 Tandel, Stock in trade, in case of A, 15% decrease. So 1,70,000 minus 15% of 1,70,000. It is 1,44,500. In case of B, increase in stock by 10%. So 98,800 plus 10% of 98,800, it is 1,07,800. In case of sundry debtors of A, firm, 89,000 minus 9,000, which is 80,000, and in case of B it is 85% of 37,000, which is 31,450. Cash at bank, cash in hand, all add all these assets. Less sundry creditors for purchases, less bills payable, assume that arising out of credit purchases. Bills payable are out of credit purchases, so they are also to be taken over, that is the assumption. So total of the assets taken over minus total of the liabilities taken over is net assets taken over by new firm AB and company. So in case of A it is 1,18,987. In case of B it is 1,01,750. Total assets taken over minus total liabilities taken over. Capital of the new firm is 3 lakhs. It is in the ratio to be distributed in the ratio 2:1. So for A it is 2 lakhs, for B it is 1 lakh. Net assets taken over and capital. The difference is cash to be introduced or cash withdrawn. In case of A, net assets taken over are 1,18,987, but capital is 2 lakhs. New capital is supposed to be 2 lakhs. So A is supposed to bring in cash amount equal to 81,013. In case of B, new capital is 1 lakh, but value of assets taken over is 1,01,750. So B will get 1,750 cash. Now we'll see journal entries. See these assets taken over both, that is furniture, both from both the proprietorship firms, furniture, investment, stock, debtors, bank, cash. These addition of this is total, you will get in balance sheet of the new firm, because in balance sheet of the new firm you are supposed to show the assets taken over and liabilities assumed. You are supposed to add these two. So in the statement of purchase consideration, if you add a column of total, then it will be easy for you to take these figures to the balance sheet. In the books of A, realization account debit to stock, to debtors, to bank, to cash, to furniture, to investment. Balance sheet, value of assets transferred to realization account, assuming that cash and bank is also taken over. Otherwise, you are supposed to open the account of cash and bank. Creditors for goods, creditors for expenses, bills payable to realization, transfer of liabilities to realization at book values. A and company account debit to realization, purchase consideration due. Capital to realization, realization loss transferred to capital account. If you close realization account, realization debit is 276,250, credit is 123,250. Then realization credit is 1,18,987. So difference is realization loss. So loss is to be transferred to proprietor's capital account. Capital in A and B company debit to AB and company. Purchase consideration due. Now purchase consideration settled. Your AB and company account will get closed here. Next entry, capital account debit, proprietor's capital account debit to capital in AB and company. So now capital in AB and company account will get closed here. In the books of B, realization account debit to stock, debtors, bank, cash and furniture. Transfer of assets to realization at book value, that is balance sheet values. Creditors for goods, creditors for expenses to realization. Transfer of liabilities to realization at book value or balance sheet value. AB and company debit to realization. Purchase consideration due. Realization to capital. Profit on realization transferred to proprietor's capital account. That is, here the realization debit, realization credit difference in this is profit. Capital in AB and company to AB and company. Here AB and company accounts gets closed. Settlement of purchase consideration and proprietor's capital account debit, that is B's capital account debit to capital in AB and company. Here capital in AB and company account gets closed. Transfer it to capital account of proprietor, that is B's account. Balance sheet of AB and company as on 1st Jan 14. In the statement of purchase consideration, we have made one column, total column. Just take figures from that. Agreed values of assets taken over and liabilities assumed. Furniture and fitting, investment, stock in trade, debtors, cash at bank. Only cash at bank figure will change. In purchase consideration, you have these two figures. Cash at bank from proprietor A and B plus 81,013, which is provided by A in order to make his capital balance 2 lakhs minus 1750, which is withdrawn by B in order to make his capital balance as 1 lakhs. Cash in hand addition of both the capital 2 lakhs 1 lakhs, sundry creditors for purchases and bills payable. In this particular video, we have seen amalgamation of partnership firms when two or more sole proprietorship firms form a new partnership firm. Journal entries in the books of old firms we have seen. Journal entries in the books of new firms we have seen, as well as we have seen one illustration. Thank you.